like, I made a really big mistake once. Probably this is Wednesday during the week. I went onto Realtor.com and I messaged a realtor through that. But I didn't know that they got charged $200 for every message.
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes, they get charged $200 for every single message. So I got, like, these angry North Carolina people just, like, sending me texts and calling me, like, you're... So basically, like, soliciting us through this. And I was like, there's no warning. There's no
right
sign that I would do. And
I love that you went for it, though, right? Like, that's exactly
I went for it, yeah.
Totally. Tell me the story from the beginning. What is the awesome epic news you have to share?
Well, I just got a summer job.
Congratulations.
Very exciting.
And this is your first ever paying job.
It's my first ever paid job.
Nice.
It's my first ever job that I got actually in a traditional sense, like not from a fellowship that was really easy to apply for and then like an easy pipeline like that. I went on to AngelList.
Look at you.
Yeah, because my cousin's friend told me to do that.
Yeah.
I just went on, nothing else. And I applied.
This is like the new you. This would not have been the you from a while ago.
No, definitely not. And I just went on, and I used to...
Why did you decide? So AngelList is sort of a startup-focused site.
You create AngelList, and now AngelList is the most important company in Silicon Valley. I read.
Thank you. I read that too, I think on your newsletter.
Oh, wait, I read that.
Why? I mean, is this sort of become sort of the newer thing that you've been interested in as this process has gone on?
Yeah, because I realized that if I'm talking about people who are being creative and people who are making things and people who are truly inspiring me, then these are people who are involved in startups.
So the process of working on the book said, like, I want to hang out with these people for my life.
Yeah.
And had you considered, like, thinking about startups before, or is that?
I mean, I wanted to start my own business at some point. I still want to, but I think that, like, prior to this whole book writing thing, I just thought that I had to get a prestigious internship in the summer, just because that would help me.
That's what everyone does, right?
To get, success in life or whatever that means.
I love the empowered version of this because, like, a lot of people would say, like, no one that I want to work for came on campus, and you're like, I'm going to figure out, like, go where the place is at. So you find real estate companies, real estate tech companies in New York.
Yeah, and then I just saw this one was business development intern, and I saw paid, so I was like, all right, why not? I had a solid profile. First thing on the profile, author in 2018, writing a book about education, creativity, future of learning. And we scheduled a call. We really hit it off. You know when you can just feel like you hit it off with somebody? I mean, he was a math geek too, and he was from England, and he went to someplace like abroad for undergrad, but then Stanford, and he met his co-founder at Stanford for MBA. And the other guy is so cool too. Oh my gosh, they're awesome. So then they were like, great, we'll put you through the next process. But I really emphasized like what the book writing process has taught me throughout the interview because it was so unique. It was like the first thing he asked about. And so he was like, so what is this thing? And I'm like, well, I am writing a book because I think that I have something to share. I'm learning a lot of these things about outreach, about follow-up, about taking ownership of my life and not just waiting for things to happen, taking initiative. And he was really impressed with that. So then he was like, okay, we're happy to send you through the next round. And the next round was not another interview. It was a business development research project.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was so hyped because I like being judged on my work.
Absolutely.
Not on my fake credentials. Because I can just say, I'm a business development expert, but what does that mean?
And the funny part, and you recognize this, is that basically, like, this book
It basically is
It's basically business development, isn't it?
I know, it's nuts. It's nuts because he was like, here's what you're going to do. You're going to identify 5 to 10 house flippers in one city. And you're going to try to contact them and get their listings and ask for their, what's it called? Their data tape, where they have all of their current listings where nobody gives out because it's too sensitive to give out, right? But I didn't know that. I just did preliminary research. So then I just basically did your process. By the time it was like Thursday, I had gotten one guy to give me everything.
Wow.
Which was really cool because nobody would give that stuff.
Yeah.
It's really secretive. One guy gave me everything, and everyone else I just did like really, really crazy research for. I went to like a certain website, property websites, like all this stuff, compiled it together. And I followed up again on Friday morning, and then I didn't want to do a PowerPoint because I think they're boring.
Sure.
And if you can't present it in person, then like there's no point.
Right.
So I made a website on like Atavist or something.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Add this or something. Yeah,
It's like Atavis.
Yeah.
And I put in like a slideshow of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, showing my process. And I had Excel sheets, obviously, with the actual data.
Mm-hmm.
And they loved it. And what they said about it, they liked the most, was how I followed up with people. And I followed up with people because you told me to
I
follow
told
up with
you.
people. You said like only 30% of people follow up, and then but you have this percentage more likelihood. I don't remember what it was, but
Yep.
I that's why I followed up, and that's why I got the job.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm
It
so
was
proud of
so,
you. That's so awesome.
It was so analogous. It was just so funny, and I didn't feel uncomfortable. Another big thing was, I like the first cold calls, that we made earlier.
Yep.
Got me over that hurdle. So when I was doing this, it wasn't a big deal at all because I knew, right? I felt, hello, there's nothing to lose. Like, what can you possibly lose?
Even like to your point, your big mistake. Who cares, right?
I know,
like, there's
it's
so
funny,
many other
isn't
people.
it?
It's sort of funny at this point, but that's a lot of people are freaked out to even try. And again, I think there's sort of again you get it. The whole thing is to sort of it's just to sort of like make this outreach not feel like a thing, right? Just sort of get over it. And to your point, like you've made hundreds of outreaches now, so it's like no big deal.
Yeah,
and so when they said like, hey, reach out to people, you're like, oh, okay, like just 5, like all right.
I did 15. I did. Oh man, yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly.